Okay, a quick tutorial here on how to use the label designer that comes with Label Connector for QuickBooks. Just an overview here. Our application allows you to print labels using various types of QuickBooks orders, as well as the item list for sourcing data for printing labels. Um, but in order to do that, you do lay out a quick label design in our system. The designer is included with the software, so that you can then send QuickBooks data from orders or from the item list to that template design. So let's open up our designer, and maybe we'll create a new label design. Okay, and we're going to make it a purchase order type of label design. So when you make a template in our system, you have to have sort of a transaction type that you intend to use it with. So for like inbound labels, it'd be a purchase order. For outbound labels for customers, it might be sales orders, invoices, and so forth. We can consult with you on that. But so you select a transaction type, and that's because the data that's in different types of transactions are different from each other. So we make templates that are sort of designed for different modes. In this case, we will want you to put in the dimensions of your label, and we do like you to use a label style printer with our system. So the width is the width across your label, across the perf, and the height is the amount of material that will feed when you press feed one time. That's the height of the label. So once we close that, you see we get our kind of design area here. So you can see it's a transaction type of purchase order. It's not yet been saved. It shows the dimensions. As you can see, you can add text, barcodes, images, and you can test print all from this one screen. So let's just go ahead and add an image file or a logo to the label, just so you can see that, how that works. We'll browse out, and we'll get a file here. I've got some images kind of set aside for us to use. Let's see, the images folder, and we have like a nice label connector logo we'll add here. So we'll open, and usually they come in a bit big. I usually reduce the size down by about half, and you see it maintains the aspect ratio for you. You can put this sideways on the label if you want, but we'll just bring it in the conventional way. And if it's not positioned perfectly, on your label, you can just drag and drop and move it to the location on the label where you want it. You can add text to a label. So you just click that text tool and you click onto the label roughly on the place where you'd want the field to go. You can always adjust it later. So in this case, maybe we want to put the QuickBooks item data in this location. So this is a key piece here. You need to get the data source for the correct field from QuickBooks from the PO that you want to appear on that place in the label. In this case, we're doing the item. So, and then you might put some test data in there just to be able to judge, okay, what size font might I want on my label while I'm designing, and so you can kind of get a sense for how big you want that. And if you want to edit that, you can right click and say edit. Maybe we want to make that larger on the label, so we just do that, and maybe move its location over to here. So now if we want to add a barcode, we can add a barcode field. Let's just go ahead and just place that, and maybe we want to do the PO number itself as a barcode, just as an example. Most people usually want to do the item number in a barcode, but and we'll just put some test data in there. And again, let's see, purchase order. Give me a moment here while I find the purchase order. Let's see, purchase order number. Okay, and we'll make the barcode height be maybe 1 inch, and we'll make the X dimension be 1 to start with. This scales the barcode in the horizontal dimension. Okay, you can adjust the font size of the font underneath the barcode and specify where you'd like the position of that font to be. So maybe we want to make this a little wider. Okay, so we've got our barcode. That's going to put the purchase order number on there. Maybe we'll center that for now. So you can see we can do text, barcodes. Let's see, maybe we'll put that up a little bit for now. Let's add one more text field here. Let's do the description, since that's always a good one that a lot of people like. So description. And then you can just put any kind of test data in, like this is where my description will print from QuickBooks. Okay, so really we're going to be substituting this data with the QuickBooks data ultimately. So, but this is again just for design purposes. You can word wrap after a certain amount of characters, which is often what people want to do with the description. So we got item description, we got a barcode of the PO number. You can barcode anything. You can barcode the barcode value from the item number, the manufacturer's part number. So lots of flexibility on what can be barcoded in the label. So anyway, so we'll go ahead and we'll just save that, and it's going to let us save this anywhere on the computer. So we'll just maybe save this in the AccuWare folder. We'll call it PO Label 1. Okay, so it makes an XML file. We'll save that. Okay, so now if we close our designer, okay, and let's say we query for this order, and let's see, I had a good purchase order pulled up here. Let's do purchase order number 39. Okay, just to do a different one for you. We'll pull that data up, and we'll select our template, and it locks that in. We'll print that over to our printer. And here, now, we don't want to unleash, especially when we're testing whatever, this would have printed, 300 of this item, 40 of this item, 2 of this item, etc. on down the line. The other thing you can do with the software is you could set it so it just does one label with 300 onto the label. And that gets into some detailed features and settings that we can do. But let's just, for trial purposes here, let's just go ahead and just print this one. And let's just go ahead and send that print job over. And we'll just take a look at the printed results here. So we got PO number 39. We got the item. In this case, the item was just text, but it could be an alphanumeric number. And we got the description with our logo on the label. So very good. So you could see from end to end here, from designing to selecting the design file after we saved it to printing from an order. So I hope this gives you a good overview of how to use our new Label Connector 2020 designer. Much easier to use. Please call AccuWare if you have any questions on the software. Thank you.